Okay, here we are back. 14 days. 14 days till Christmas. That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks till Christmas. And here we go, right here in the middle. Let's see what we got. Incredibles 2, a super Christmas caper. That light is kind of messing with us, isn't it? There, that's a little bit better. Okay. A super Christmas caper. The Parr family always enjoyed celebrating the holidays together, but this year was extra special. They had been asked to host Municiberg's tree lighting ceremony as the Incredibles in honor of supers everywhere. Of course, Edna Mode was designing the tree. Wow, said Helen, admiring Edna's work, including a show-stopping tree topper. Dash reached out, feeling its strange cold metal. Revenium, maybe? Explained Edna. Very rare and highly volatile. That highly volatile part sounds potentially problematic. I can't even talk this morning. Problematic. Tough words in this book. Okay, that highly volatile part sounds potentially problematic, said Bob. Pish posh. Don't be silly, Robert. It's perfectly safe. In the wrong hands, it could be dangerous, she added with a shrug, but on top of a Christmas tree, perfectly safe. The evening of the ceremony, the city was bursting with Christmas cheer. The Parr family, now dressed as the Incredibles, stood next to their fellow supers, waving at the crowds. Thank you so much for coming, said the mayor. We are honored to be here, replied Elastigirl. It is our pleasure, added Frozone. It has military-grade tinsel, 3.5 million shatterproof lights, and a show-stopping tree topper, Edna explained to a local news reporter. It's all wow. So what happens to it after Christmas? Asked the reporter. Its permanent home will be in the Municiberg Science Center, said Edna. Now excuse me, darling, I must take my seat. The ceremony is about to begin. After a few festive musical performances, the mayor announced it was time to light the tree. The crowd cheered and counted down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Incredibles pulled the lever. Millions of lights sparkled to life, illuminating the towering tree. Then there was a sharp collective gasp as everyone's eyes reached the treetop. It was bare. The tree topper was gone. What happened? It was just there, shouted the mayor. Thief, yelled the little girl, pointing to a figure as it disappeared above the roof of a nearby building. Mr. Incredible whipped round, following the little girl's gesture, but by the time he turned, the figure was gone. The supers sprang into action. Frozone made a wall of ice surrounding the city center and blocking all exits. Dash pulled him along, helping him finish in a flash. Screech flew overhead, searching for the thief. He spotted a flash of light and a suspicious shadow. There, he shouted. Elastigirl stretched to capture the target. She groaned when she saw it was just a nutcracker. A sparkling strand of Christmas lights, not the tree topper, was taped to his hands. Frozone saw a bright glimmer and quickly shot a blast of ice at the suspect's feet. Elastigirl and Mr. Incredible approached only to find a child looking up at them holding a shiny toy. Some lady just gave me this, the boy said. Elastigirl's eyes narrowed. Misdirection, she said knowingly. Basically, an expert pickpocket, added Mr. Incredible. Tricks the eye, sort of like a magician. Believe nothing you see, said Elastigirl to the supers. Look for the hidden and don't fall for the obvious. Sometimes she hides in plain sight. Suddenly there was a loud rumbling noise. The ground vibrated as an enormous ball of Christmas decorations tumbled toward the tree and crowd. "I got it," shouted Violet, racing off. Void hurried beside her to help. "Coming with you," Elastigirl nodded and yelled. "Everyone else, don't look where the decorations are coming from or where they're going." Just as the ball was about to roll into the crowd, Violet threw a protective force field, causing it to bounce. Void used her special powers to teleport the decorations back to where they came from. Together they managed to keep everyone safe. The other supers continued searching. Mr. Incredible thought he saw someone slip beneath Santa's sleigh. He lifted above his head, but nobody was there. Suddenly, Christmas music blared through the speakers. Everyone winced and plugged their ears, trying to block out the deafening noise. "Run away from it, not toward it," said Elastigirl. "Don't look at the source." Crowshower used his power to crush speakers, silencing them. The rest of the supers scattered and searched. "There," shouted Violet as she spotted Misdirection ducking into the gingerbread village. "Surround the village," shouted Mr. Incredible. "Don't take your eyes off it," said Elastigirl. "Nobody move." "She's behind that gingerbread elf," said Frozone confidently. "No, I think she's by the guy in the bow tie," said Mr. Incredible. "I think I saw the one with the mustache move," said Violet. The supers stood on alert as they tried to guess where Misdirection was hiding. Suddenly, Jack Jack teleported into the village and lifted one of the gingerbread people. "Ba, ba, ba," he shouted as he began chewing on its gingerbread. As he lifted it up, he revealed Misdirection holding the tree topper. Then a snowman seemed to come alive, dancing and singing, drawing everyone's attention. It was another trick by the villain and her sneaky powers. Misdirection made a run for it, but Jack Jack went goopy and stuck to her like glue. He giggled as she tried to shake him loose, bobbing him up and down. "Ba, ba, ba," he said through his laughter. Elastigirl grabbed Misdirection and Jack Jack. He went back to his normal shape and cuddled safely in Elastigirl's arms. Dash held one end of a string of lights and raced around Misdirection, securing her to a candy cane. Before anyone could get to the tree topper, Misdirection flung it into the distance. "If I can't have it, nobody will," she shouted with an evil cackle. Just before it crashed to the ground, Frozone threw out his powers and caught it on an ice slide. The Incredibles breathed huge sighs of relief. They couldn't help thinking about the highly volatile nature of Rivanium and what could have happened. "Auntie Edna is so proud of you, darling," Edna cooed as she stepped towards Jack Jack and handed the tree topper to him. Jack Jack smiled as he admired the tree topper's sparkle and shine. "Ba, ba, ba," he said. Elastigirl looked at Jack Jack. "Put it on top," she said. "Ready?" Elastigirl held Jack Jack up as he returned the dazzling tree topper to its proper place. The radiant metal star sparkled in the night like magic. Mr. Incredible put his arms around his family, and they stood with the crowd admiring the beauty of the tree together. It was a super Christmas after all. That was a good story. Some difficult words, but I got through it. See you next time.